2, 1, and here we go.
You muted, Jake.
Did you read that thing though?
Wait, read what thing?
That character sheet.
I did. Yeah, I'm getting to that.
All right, good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sweet.
It's just you guys spent the last 45 minutes arguing with one another.
That was
It was more like
fantastic.
10.
It's good
About
content.
Yeah.
It is good content.
Uh,
Just trying to help you out, Scott. Me and Sel, we organized this.
I didn't argue at all.
I think you guys are just trying to vie for who gets the level 3 hype train. Actually, I don't
really
think Jake can get it.
No, I'm not in the running anymore.
Yeah, Jake's capped.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in the running for upgrades though.
Anything else? You guys good? Good? Nothing else? Cool.
Yeah. Done the,
So Jake, while they're off gallivanting, doing their own thing, your character also has freedom to roam through the area. And at one point in time, because you guys spend the evening there, the next day, as you're they again do their own thing. The next day, Nick, you are informed that the person you had spoken to before, like the commander, right? You had spoken to beforehand, whose name is Viot, is able to come along with you. Is welcome to travel with you. That's going to aid you in your success in your battle against the Red Mongrel, right? So he's going to come along, no question. But Jake, for you, it is a sorry, I really should have had coffee before we started the stream. As for you, sir, the you as you're walking through, at one point in time, you actually hear somebody call out from the distance, the Ashen One.
I'd give my attention over to where the voice come from, trying to see who it is.
You look over and you actually see your twin daughter.
I see. Varys would actually get happy at this because she left to make her own way. So he will go over to greet her.
As you walk over, she'll of course give the appropriate bow and the like to you.
Yeah.
Do you speak first or no?
Yeah, of course. He would say, Maratha, it's good to see you. You making your mark?
Yes, father. I've just been told by one of those that follow that they had seen you. They didn't, of course, know what that meant. I questioned them to make sure that they weren't telling stories. You know how they get when they're bored by the campfire. I'm delighted to see that his screams were worth it.
Yes, well, I had intentions as well to bring you or ask you to come home. We're refocusing in Clan Densho for a push into the Barren Lands. And from what I hear, you have done well for yourself. We'll need skilled people. Your brother, of course, is also being summoned.
Is that fool still alive?
He is, last I heard, fighting with the Daelric or the Perrin at the moment. I'm not sure which one.
Well, I'd be willing to head home. The idea of a conquest that might actually pose a challenge. They do say that the reason why the Ashen One is as strong as they are is they carry the might of the Barren Lands with them wherever they go. Since your old ass is still around, I assume that the Barren Lands has much to offer.
Yes, it's about time we started reclaiming our homeland.
Things around here have gotten dull, anyways. It's difficult finding warlords who are willing to challenge their best fighters or accept a challenge themselves. And so the rules of war keep changing. Every few years, you look to make sure that you're not doing the wrong thing, only to realize that you have fallen into what would be categorized as a bandit. Apparently, taking 2 left steps is a step too far.
Well, as long as you keep taking things for yourself, let them say what they want.
No, Father. There are rules for a reason. I'll not have my name sullied with bandit. Maybe the Barren Lands will offer the conquests that I seek without having to worry about red tape.
Yes, well, Kajinxi law doesn't apply down there.
It does not. I've also discovered Kajinxi law doesn't apply in Paradel either. So, maybe brother has found his glory there.
Well, only time will tell. Were you, I take it you weren't here when, Clan Kagong was, almost destroyed.
I was.
What happened?
They called soldiers to the west. Their soldiers went. Less came back. And of those that came back, not all were walking. I wasn't being offered any money. And the bounty on the head of the whatever he's calling himself these days isn't worth the risk.
How strong is he? There is quite a bounty, and especially one of my fellow warlords is interested on taking it.
Did the bounty change?
It did.
As far as it's said, he's never been defeated. But you know how rumors are. Someone sees a rat and somehow it's a wolf.
Let's see. Well, just gives people a chance to prove themselves.
It does. This friend of yours, a warlord or...
Yes, warlord. What is Kishiboshi Naran?
Oh. I was thinking about heading west. They said that there was a warlord who actually knew how to handle a blade, who might even have the honor to accept the challenge. Either his best soldier, or a personal duel, to the death, of course.
Very cool laugh. And he'll say, he's here, but I don't think there'll be any dueling of the warlord today.
I would not be so disrespectful as to challenge a warlord outside of their home. I would expect them to want to snuggling nicely under their blankets, rest their head on their pillow, and know what death is coming to them while lying next to whatever concubines they have.
Well, Kishiboshi Naren is a warrior, like yourself. Come, I will introduce you.
She'll give an appropriate bow and say, "Glad to see you are doing well, Father, but I would like to make a small request. Die soon. I'd rather not be older than you.
He'll just laugh at it. When my time comes.
She cusses under her breath and says, "I already am, aren't I?"
Yeah.
It's one of those things where Varrix's keen ears pick it up, but it's not loud enough to even worth, like, commenting back to.
Yeah.
You can go introduce her to? Aaron. Sorry, water, wrong pipe.
You're up.
Description. Moratha is 6'4" because she's not full. She's not Karuk. Sorry, she's not full orc. She's one of those
Mountain man.
freak show ones. Moratha is 6'4" in height, and has a lean, athletic build and pale skin. Pale for her mix, you know, for the blend of person she is. She has long, straight black hair, icy blue eyes, and small, refined tusks. She carries herself as a proper disciplined soldier and has an aura of authority around her. The armor she wears, is regal and is made of steel, forged by Clan Shadow.
Does that actually say it in there?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Well, what was made for her?
yeah. Armor.
What? Oh, armor. Nice. It's my specialty.
I mean, it wasn't made by you.
Huh. Well, no, not my specialty. Like my clan is armor.
Yep.
and weapons.
So, anyways, go ahead.
Alright, so Varys will approach both of you, and he'll say, "Warlords, Shado and Aurorum, Kushibashi. I'd like to introduce you to my daughter, Maratha. She'll be accompanying me back home."
Nice to meet you.
She will bow appropriately to each of you. And she will say, Warlord Shado. Warlord Shado Tessel and Warlord Kushibashi Naren. Kind of like bowing equally to either of you, giving neither of you more respect or less than the other. I'm sorry, Sel?
No, he just says, it's good to meet another child of Warlord Densho Varix.
She says, I sought to meet with you once before. You weren't inside of your clan.
Disappointing then. Glad to meet with you now, though. What did you seek, if I may ask?
I visited Clan Shado to have my measurements taken. I left behind someone to collect the armor that was made. I send my compliments to the forgers, to the smiths, to your forgery, and to the smiths that worked on it. It has turned many a blow.
He nods. It's to be expected of the best crafters in Kajinksi. He kind of says with a cocky smile, right?
If they do not bear that title, it is possible that they can gain it.
I must wait till the North accepts the gifts I give them. Soon they will see it.
I do have to say that I've heard the rumor of how it was that Tessel Shado, the warlord of Clan Shado, has risen to power. But you know how rumors are.
I don't know which story you've heard. I imagine it's mostly true.
And it seems
Considering I started most of the stories.
But he's way to the top. Varys will give a wink.
she doesn't laugh at your joke or anything, but she gives like a slight nod, like appreciating the play of words, I guess. Anyways, she will say, so the rumors are true. You are skilled with a blade.
He nods.
What formal training have you had?
I was trained for a couple days by my father, and then the rest is learning as I live, fighting and improving both my brother or fellow soldiers. I make my own styles, own forms. I'm a quick study.
A self-taught swordsman.
He nods.
There are two ways that tends to end. Someone who is overconfident and undercapable, or someone who is about to start a new tradition.
Only time will tell.
She bows again. She'll turn her attention to Naren and say, Warlord, I know the stories of you are true. Your reputation precedes you, at the very least in all of southern Kajinksi. Your kingdom fares well. Your clan fares well.
It does, and it grows.
Kamatori, you breed them, do you not?
I do, and from what I've seen of my recent tour of the North, I breed the finest.
I have interest in meeting with you in the future, and not on behalf of Clan Densho, on behalf of my own reasoning.
Interesting. Well, you're more than welcome to come visit us in, what did I name my city? I always forget.
Disappointment.
That is my bedchamber. Man, I didn't carry over the town name, and I totally forgot what it is now.
The name of a bar. It's Ladies' Night at
Really?
Disappointment.
You forgot your town's name?
It did.
What?
Shinrin.
There you go, Shidred.
Okay, that's pretty impressive to forget the city name.
So anyways, you...
If it's a noun, I'll forget it.
Same. It's pretty bad. I think we both had the same lead-lined water as children. So I blame your parents well.
Sounds horrible.
Sometimes that water was very orange.
Well, that's iron, not lead, buddy.
Sure.
And I did spend a lot of time at your house, so...
My mom still calls me Eric. So, you know. At least you get named the tall one. So... Anyways, so she did it. Sorry, yeah. So when you offer the invite to Shinren, she says, "I will certainly be taking you up on that offer. I have use for Kamatori, or several of them, and Sel knows how expensive they are."
Yeah.
I have use for your coin.
She nods again. I'm sure an arrangement can be made. Then she turns to her father and says, when is it expected that I will return to Densho?
As soon as you've settled your affairs.
Oh.
As soon as possible.
Let me just double check something really quickly. She says, well, there was one other matter I intended to handle. There is a small group of giants that have made their way to the northern bits of the mountains there. There is apparently a coin being offered. Coin being offered to those that are able to either dismantle or dissuade the giants. I have every intention of handling that situation.
I say, well, you are needed as there are people to put under your command. But it is your choice whether to come now or to seek some more glory elsewhere. However, there is plenty to be had.
You intend to strike before the melting?
We are going to repel, at least. I was hoping to take some land in the winter.
Is it believed that they will strike against us this winter?
It is.
giants are more active in the winter, too. They like the cold. They overheat in the summer. Did you know that? They're large, massive bodies. They overheat very easily in the summer. It's easy to walk them into traps because they don't run. They walk. The winter, that's where they feel more comfortable. They get more dangerous. Are you offering coin, Father? Or are you simply asking a favor of your daughter?
I am asking you to come home and command command along with Urzog my armies.
I don't know what Urzog is.
It hasn't been that long since you left. He's been around for a while.
You mean that mouth breather? It still lives.
It does.
She looks, she actually turns and full on looks at Naren. Like, almost like, is this a joke?
He's the one on my kill list, isn't he? I mean, never mind.
She looks back and says, I'm surprised that he's general. Or whatever you call him.
He's been doing well. Led some raids into the Barrenlands himself. You think you can take his spot?
Do I think I could take his spot? I fight for glory, Father. I already serve. There is no glory in defeating a lesser enemy.
Then command. Command and prove.
Of course, Father. If there is concerns that the clan is at risk this winter, I'll return home.
A nod.
She thinks for a moment and says, I will return, but my troop will handle the matter for me. They still need to make a living.
Yeah.
Understandable. She says, from the looks of it, it seems as though you'll be leaving today. I'll be leaving in a day or two's time to join with you. I will not be far behind. Allow me to give them command. I will join you.
I will see you in Kabe.
And she will give the appropriate bow to all three warlords, and then she will leave.
Alright.
How many children do you have, Varix?
Too many to remember.
Like, do your shits just get up and walk?
You have more kids than years you've been alive.
Yeah. Tends to sometimes work out that way.
It's that Densho dance. Just slaying it.
Oh god. Drop the beat, boys.
I mean, we all know that Densho Dance is the reason why Vid's still here. Know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Anyways, continuing.
That's why they call him Captain Hammer.
Oh no.
Wait, Sel, do you get that reference?
No, I don't. But I'm not a fan.
Oh, it's oh god, it's Dr. Horrible's sing-along video blog. Yeah, I think you were like 5 when it came out. That was Nick. That came out during the writer's strike was when we lived together, right?
Yep.
That was like 07. I'm almost positive. If I had to guess, it came out in 07. It came out as a web series that you could then later on get on DVD. Hold on. Dr. Horrible sing-along video blog. What year did it come out? 2008. 2008. Oh man, Neil Patrick Harris, Felicia Day, Nathan Fillion, Jed Whedon, Simon Helberg. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I could still sing. Wait, Nick, can you still sing those songs?
Oh God, I don't know if I could off the cuff, but I think if it got started,
Oh, you could definitely do that. I mean, there's one song you definitely know. You have to. It may not be too classy, begging just to eat. But you know who does that? Lassie. And she always gets a treat. So you're wondering what your part is, because you're homeless and depressed. But home is where your heart is, so your real home's in your chest. Everyone's a hero. No, you don't know? Okay.
no.
Everyone's a hero in their own way. Everyone's got villains they must face. They're not as cool as mine. But hey, it's fine to know your... No, but folks, you know it's fine to know your place. So good. So good. So good.
Okay.
Listen, Sal, you have to watch it. It's together. You have to. It's so good.
Yeah, I'll totally watch it.
Do you know
You-
who
you
Joss
should.
Whedon is?
I think I've heard the name before.
Joss Whedon.
I think I've heard the name before.
It's sad that he's too young to be a fanboy of Joss Whedon. He did like Buffy, Angel, Fireflies, The Avengers, Dollhouse, and Dr. Horrible sing-along video blog. So, but yeah, I guess you're also too young to be a fanboy of Neil Patrick Harris too, aren't you? No.
So we start going home.
I was listening to a comedian earlier today, and he literally made a reference of Pogs. And I thought to myself,
Pog.
so many people would not get this reference. Moving on.
So, do we have anything else to do within the lovely kind of shit clan that we're in right now called Kagong?
No, unless there's any other information, you're literally leaving with one of her commanders. Jake's collected a daughter that's going to be joining soon. And what else? Anything else?
We got information.
Yeah, you got a good amount of information.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, so you are able to head back home. So the home that you're going to be able to get to first is where is it? Cell's home. Clearly, it's literally the direct line home. To get there. Mm-hmm.
It might be good to stop off at the watchtower.
Sure.
Probably makes sense, and then walk through our territory instead of around.
When you get to that watchtower, one of the first things you hear about as you're welcomed in, one of the first things you hear about is about the mines, and how didn't somebody just go in them?
Gorza, I probably hear Gorza got lost in the caverns.
You see
Near
a
these
group of
mines.
soldiers that are set up around there that's way more soldiers than you'd expect, and you don't hear the ringing of steel and whatnot. So the ringing of inside the a forgery or whatever they're trying to like churning out the different ores coming up and breaking the stone off of it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So as you are, see, yes, thank you, V Sword, you must be old, and for that I appreciate you. So anyways, back to you, Cell. You one of the things that you would see about what?
No, Joey's just wrong. He's spreading false information.
Anyways, so yeah, you I think Henry was to the west. Gorza's over here.
Yep.
So you go walking and seeing all these soldiers. You'd be like, I need a report as to why there's so many soldiers here. And it's one of those, Warlord Tessel. There was an incident in the mines. The ground seemed to be shifting, and it seemed like something was down there. Gorza went to investigate, and we've lost contact. A group has been being gathered together for someone to go in. We're hoping to It's been a few days since we were able to hear from her.
I look very concerned. A creature in the underground. That sounds dangerous. I look to my companions. Maybe we should wait for Jake. I look to Naran. Would you be willing to help me investigate this matter? It seems one of my advisors has gotten themselves lost in the mines. Saying it to you, Nick.
What are you saying? I'm sorry.
Completely tuned out. Would you be willing to help me investigate this matter? There's a creature in my mines that one of my advisors has gotten themselves in trouble, it seems.
I'm not much of a close quarter fighter, but I do believe I still owe you for Lenny.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
As we stare at Varix, that is blank face staring at nothing at the moment.
Is he sleeping on his feet again?
It must be the old age. It's getting to him. He might not physically age, but mentally, it's degrading him. I asked the troops if they have any other
Or Jake's
reports.
I'm just trying to poop right now.
I asked them if they have any other reports, any other information, the signs of it. You know what I mean?
So what was the question again? Sorry.
I want to just know if there's any other useful information they can give me.
There was a shifting that happened down there. Honestly, I've just recently come to take over the area, Warlord. I do not know much of what's going on. I imagine your brother would be a bit more involved in the matters. Shall we send word back to the capital to have what do we call him, Temp Lord Naito come and inform him of the matters?
He still probably has the title of War Chief.
Hmm?
I look to Liam. You can go on ahead of us. I don't believe I'll be needing your expertise for this matter. Send the troop, and the troop of soldiers I brought with me can go with her.
Nods. She says, unfortunately, this is not something that I have any degree of expertise in. Perhaps if you'd like, I can travel southeast and visit Throne again.
Probably not.
I was joking, of course. I'd rather remove my boots and allow the sores to heal.
But it would be quite funny, wouldn't it? Sending it to your father with our troops.
No.
As they intended with their troops.
I would call that funny.
It's been a long time. It's been a long month. It's Warren. Anyway, it seems I have to save my advisor. It was Gorza, correct? What was she doing in the mines?
Investigating the what was going on down there. It's sorry, investigating something going on down there. It was a creature of sorts, I believe. You haven't heard about the Western Mine, then?
The Western Mine. Okay. Do you have a brief report you could give me of the going-ons of the clan for the last month as I've been away?
Sorry, Warlord. We're prepared for an inspection.
It doesn't have to be formal. What do you know? Trying to fill in the time gap as Jake is not here.
There was another group of something that existed down there, but the commander, Henry Fire Taste, said fire something.
Flamebane.
Flamebane. The commander.
Bombay?
Commander Flambe led them down there, led soldiers down there, and I, if I heard the rumors correctly, was able to successfully resolve the situation, stop all threats that were down there. I think, unfortunately, he was lost in the mines as well, but his soldiers returned.
I think I'll get my report back home.
I'm terribly sorry. I was not prepared for this.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm so fired.
No, you're not.
I know that Gorza originally went to go see the salamanders.
What? He stares in confusion. As why would you send Gorza to talk to the salamanders?
I think she went to go speak to the salamanders. Maybe the salamanders brought her down there.
Unlikely. They're not too friendly to most. Only to really myself and Jorman, I can see them being at least amicable with.
Well, if you're going to gather your information from the capital, we're going to start sending soldiers down there to see if we can at least search for her.
I will investigate this.
Personally?
Yes, I have my two warlords companions with me.
He looks around.
As Varric says, 4 error.
He points at the guy that just joined Kushibashi. He's like, "Are you a warlord?" He's like, "No, I'm a commander of a different clan. I'm here for advice." Oh.
Go start directing your troops.
I advise you to not go in that hole.
So he'll kind of go off, allow you guys to start. Like, I was waiting for Jake.
Yeah. Start planning. I don't know. I start investigating the mine, seeing what I can tell from it, seeing if there's any structural damage, right? I don't know. I start.
Ferrix is prairie dogging. He did like that turtle walk, that waddle, over behind the boulder.
Then he falls asleep.
He also snuck a few drinks, so he passes out. Oh, that's funny. Oh.
Rongle.
Oh. I have something else I want to do that at your home, but
Yeah. Oh,
you have to be home. You're not home yet.
Varix. It seems one of my advisors have gotten themselves lost in the mines, and there's a creature down there. Would you be willing to aid me in finding my advisor and dispatching of this creature?
Of course.
Lovely. 3 lanterns.
Want to pick up a weapon while I'm here. One of the ones that I lent to Jorman to study.
We will have to do that when we get to the capital.
Oh, we're not in the capital?
No, we're at the... It would be a good idea to stop at the watchtower instead of walking around. And this is
All
where
right, well then,
there's issues.
yeah, if we're not in the capital, I wouldn't bother then. That's okay.
Yeah. So I request us some lanterns to light as we go down the mines.
Okay. So you get the lanterns or whatever, and they're easily able to provide them for you, of course. And you guys just start walking in. Warlord, please be careful. There's whenever people seem to go missing, it happens quick. Not really. Nobody has really seen anything, so they just seem to be gone. I wish I could provide you more than that, but truly, they just seem to be gone.
I believe if there's anyone that can handle it, it is us 3. I look to my fellow warlords and judge their faces.
Okay. So, I guess you can start making your way downtown. Walking fast,
Faces
faces
fast.
fast. Yeah, homebound.
Varys would probably say on the way down there, he'd say, well, if I don't come back, it's not, there's going to be a power struggle.
That's funny, because like all the kids are home at once.
Yeah.
That's,
And
that's-
I don't know about you guys, if you have succession plans or not. But we probably should set something up.
yeah, I have a succession plan.
So
So.
you guys start making your way down into the caves that are down there. Starting to move about in the area. Describe to me how it is you're searching about, other than I hold lantern and start walking.
I imagine it's tied to like a belt, right? But I mean, I'm examining the mine. I'm a miner, right? I know how mines work. So I'm kind of following the path to go deeper and deeper. I assume it's something in the mines. So assuming there's like one main core vein, we're just gonna continue going down it. Maybe listening for rumbling because that's what they described.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way down there, why don't you go ahead and roll me survival checks? You don't. Yeah, you can roll a minor just to navigate the mines, but they're gonna roll survival for afterwards.
Any bonus? No. You know. Oh, never mind. I just rolled really well.
That's fine. That gets you down to the skirts, but you know you understand the mine and everything, but that's not tracking something, right?
Yeah,
But it will get you easily down to the newer tunnels. Okay. Are you really adding luck day to that? You have a lot of them.
Varix.
Oh, yeah.
I believe in it.
I believe in a thing called luck.
18.
Shado?
I have a 23 yet.
You don't want to luck that? Oh, it says you don't need to. If Nick lucks, though, he can actually give Varix a +2.
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
3,
I would
actually.
do that.
Yeah.
Add
So
it, +3.
Varix becomes a 21, and you stay at 23. Cool. So you
Yeah.
easily get to the rims of the area, to the spots in the mines that are freshly cut but not fully reinforced. You know what I mean? Like the areas down there that are a little newer. But also while you're down there, you're able to come across some open caverns as well. Like they look like they're probably natural caverns inside here as well. That are kind of like opened up here and there. Maybe this is where whatever it was dormant beforehand. But it's as you're coming into this big cavernous area, and it's coming outside of the area where the mines were established. Not that the ore down here has gone dry by any stretch of the imagination. The caverns just simply kind of like open up and expose an even bigger area that has potential ore that can be had, right? So that being said, as you guys are going down there, you have Varix. Nope. Yeah, Varix is trying to track the area out. Varix, what you're able to notice as you're moving along is that this is a natural cavern, right? You can tell that. That's obvious. You see the walls, the ceiling, all those things show off as a natural cavern. You even have the stalactites. But one of the things that you do notice is despite the large stalagmites that you can see down here, there doesn't seem to be small ones. As a matter of fact, the floor on the ground, right, the ground around where the actual stalagmites are, seems to be relatively smooth. I don't mean smooth like work stone, but relatively smooth compared to everywhere else around here. Usually when a cavern is made, unless it's a pocket of air when magma was cooling or whatever, right? Usually they're not smooth. They're quite uneven and whatnot all over the place. But no, the ground seems relatively smooth.
Right, I'll point that out to Cecil and say, what do you make of that? You are the
That is Unnatural. Caverns are rough top to bottom. Something has removed the flooring, caused it to go smooth. I kind of rub, like, I like feel the ground, right? Is this like concrete type of smooth, or is this like close to like a polished smooth? You know what I mean?
Smooth and more like a concrete, but again, still a little uneven.
Okay. It's very fine. I don't believe
Like outside concrete, not like inside concrete.
yeah, but it's not like, if you compare it to like asphalt, right? It's like, it's a higher grade, more like a concrete than like an asphalt. It's unnatural. Something has caused this. But I have no any checks here for that? Probably not.
Nope.
I have no knowledge of what could cause this.
Well, where to next?
In the cavern.
This seems like it's home. Let us try to be quiet.
Stealth checks. Nick, of course you're not bringing your commissary into the caves.
Of course not.
It's a sitting duck.
I do make a stealth check though. Haha. I doubt my stealth skills. All of us were pretty terrible.
Stealth's character's like, ooh,
Pretty
some
great
ore.
checks.
Ooh, some ore. Ooh, some ore.
I'm probably more just perturbed by how smooth the floor is from what I would expect. Because I assume I would expect to be way rougher, right?
I mostly actually just see this as Tessel just not being able to stop talking as we're walking through. He's just so
No.
excited.
My character is not like that, okay? He's not a buffoon, okay?
No, your character is like an 8-year-old.
Nah, okay. Listen.
It's like you're like showing your friends your room for the first time.
I'm very quiet. I'm just confused, perturbed. I don't like this, okay?
This is all fitting in the 8-year-old spectrum.
Stop.
Even the whining.
No,
anyways,
that's what my daughter did. Stop.
Stop,
Stop it.
Dad. You're being mean.
all right. So, you guys start walking in, trying to be as quiet as possible. Perception checks.
I'm really great at those.
Steve, ooh, some more ore on the floor. All
I'm
right.
gonna luck mine. At 20.
Anybody else?
I'll look it. Boom. 21.
21.
Jake?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So you're 20 and you're 21. You guys walking around. One of the things you notice is inside this large cavernous area, the floors continue to maintain this relative smoothness. Again, there are areas where there's like divots and whatnot in it. So it's not like it's perfectly smooth. More like maybe a river has run through here and washed away most of like the high points and low points or whatever. But there's still, some unevenness to it overall. So you kind of are able to walk around and see this, but you see no other signs of something that might live here. You see no nest of sorts. And I suppose good news is it's not like you find bones of any creatures or anything like that left behind either. You don't see any of that about.
How long does the cavern go? Does it just feel endless, or is it?
It opens up to a pretty decent sized cavern that seems to go for a bit, but it also has tunnels and whatnot that come off of it. As you guys make your way through the cavern, eventually something does kind of strike you as you smell a strange smell. It's familiar yet at the same time very foreign to you.
1 second. I look at the spell.
Hello, Tyler.
No, never mind. Passive traits only affects one person.
Anything?
Potion. What type of smell is it?
Familiar yet very foreign to you. I don't know. If you had to pick a word, almost like a barn kind of earthy smell.
Almost smells like a purple worm.
Does a purple worm have a barn earthy smell?
I'm sure it smells like
it would
worm
murder
shit.
us. Yeah, I mean, if I don't know what the smell is, I don't really know. An earthy smell. Does this remind me of like how the salamander, like a scent of what the salamanders had, or is this a very different scent?
Very different smell.
Okay.
If you guys keep pushing on, you'll probably find it.
I believe we'll be coming into contact soon. So if you have any preparations, now might be the time.
You too?
I'm mostly looking at Varix. Probably wouldn't. What is it down a? What type of cavern is it down? Is it down like a big one, or is it kind of smaller?
It's inside the same big, large area that you're in right now. Like I said, there are other tunnels that come off of it, but it's definitely in the larger area.
Do I think Varix could be enlarged in this area and not have a problem, or would that be a problem?
Varus could definitely be large in this area without there being much of an issue.
It's good to know. Do you wish to make any preparations, Varix? I think you muted Jake.
I'm like
Am I?
90%
Oh,
sure one of my neighbors is like dead right now.
Why do you think that?
What do you mean?
There's a very flat, not moving gurney being wheeled into an ambulance.
Oh.
You're shitting me?
Oh, hi, Sam.
I'm just gonna close this shade so I don't have to keep staring at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hope they're well.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Jake?
Yeah, sure. Preparations.
Preparation H.
As he starts loudly chanting words to the magic spells he needs.
Vita Mortis.
I would say that's what you think we're going to be upon whatever this is soon.
Like we can from the spell, right? It's like a strong smell that indicates we're close to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, then if we are, then I will cast some spells, I guess.
Go ahead, sir. Cast me your spells. Waste your spell slots for me. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I am.
Do it.
the DM says it's close. I mean, your spells last like 7 minutes, right?
Do it.
You had 7 minutes to find this creature and start fighting it.
I need a cloak.
Yeah.
Come
Hmm.
on. Do it.
What? What are you doing, Scott?
Do it. I don't have a cloak.
I hope we this is gonna be a pretty tough fight. I'm scared.
Hmm.
Big creatures are very scary. Iron skin.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is a good spell.
He's as
Every-
cold as steel. Willing to sacrifice. Kneel.
4 cast levels you have above 4th. So you get just a +4.
Yeah.
But that's like good for you because like
Yeah.
you don't have a high one.
Yeah. Hmm.
Shield. Oh. Another good spell.
And I guess enlarge.
So that's like a total of like
I'm not
plus
that
6
old
to
vid.
AC. Yes, and his Varix is done buffing himself.
And then his
Then
AC drops by 2
yeah, well, that's, he gets a total of plus 6.
because he has two from shield. Sorry, 4 and
4 is from
negative 2
shield.
is 2, and then 4
then-
there. Yeah,
So
that's pretty sexy. Okay.
Gonna drop again though. No, rage.
when you're but I mean, net gain.
Yeah.
And then we push forwards, I guess. I'll be in front. I think I'm the most used to this.
Do you have dark vision?
Yeah,
How far?
like 60 feet, and we have lanterns.
Yeah, dark vision and low light vision and both function differently and not simultaneously. You have to choose which vision is going active at once.
Then we probably turn off the lanterns.
Yeah.
Well, Nick doesn't have dark vision, I don't think.
He's orc.
And depending on the kind of lantern you have, low light vision can give you further vision. Just, you know,
I only have dark vision.
you don't have low light.
No,
Then you got the lantern off.
orcs don't really have low light, I think.
Jake, Nick,
Yeah.
Do you have dark vision, Nick?
dark vision or low light.
I don't have anything on my sheet, so
What race is your base? Aren't you half
I-
iron, half orc?
yeah. I'm looking.
Is it on your front page underneath your attacks?
No.
You did-
Where it says senses,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing.
Oh, that must mean you have nothing.
I mean, if his base is half orc, I would assume he has dark vision because we only right? Makes sense.
I think he was willing to sacrifice it for other abilities he's going to use more often.
Well,
So I think he has normal vision like a Hume.
or he probably has low light at least. There's no way he's half Parent, half orc, and has no vision bonus.
Why not?
Because I wouldn't believe Nick would pick no vision bonus.
I do.
No, like, do you have any racial traits written down, Nick?
Yes.
Okay.
So Nick's walking around with the lantern still, and
Sure.
Nick's walking around with the lantern still, and you guys are walking around with your well, Jake, you still holding the lantern, or are you walking around with darkness?
Darkness.
The funny thing too is that if you kept the lantern, it would also be larger now that you're larger, so it'd produce a bigger flame, so more light.
That's hilarious.
But that's up to you. Darkness it is.
Yep.
Okay. So you're in darkness, and so you're in darkness as well. Nick's walking around with the lantern. As you guys are trying to make your way. Sel's walking ahead of Jake, you were saying, but both of you guys probably ahead of Nick. Unless Jake, are you pulling up the rear to make sure Nick doesn't get stuck on from behind?
I don't mind.
I think we're confident in front of us, but I
Okay.
don't really know.
So as you make your way forward, Sel, you're walking forward. When you get about 60 feet away, so when you start to see, you think you see something inside of the area ahead of you. All of a sudden, what you see is you like stop and trying to make out the shape that you see, because it's not small by any of the stretch of the imagination. It's long, and it rises up off the ground a good distance. You're not entirely sure what it is that you see there, but you definitely stop and try to analyze it, trying to make out the details. It's really hard to tell. So you start walking up, just step by step, one step at a time. You know, a good 3-4 feet pass. Then like 7, 8 feet passes you, squinting your eyes, trying to see. Gotta try to roll me a perception check.
I'm known to be great at those.
What you're trying to see, all of a sudden you're like, no, I definitely see. It doesn't look like it's one thing. It looks like, no. Oh, what is that? It looks like it's getting blurred. It's getting obscured by something. What the hell is going on? Oh, your eyes feel. What the hell is that? Oh, 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 what's that taste? Oh, 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 you taste something horrible. Oh. You give off a loud friggin' sneeze as you taste something horrible. The other two hanging back a little bit, hearing you cough and sneeze. How do you guys react to this?
No, like fortitude saves here.
Not yet.
I would kind of come to a stop.
Okay, Nick.
I'd probably start backing up, to be clear.
Same.
Okay. Eventually,
I'm just gonna put in there, seeing them back up. By the way, I will stop. But then, if they're backing up, I'll back up.
Good. We're glad to know where you stand on this one. You don't get their back. So, anyways, you, sir, eventually the coughing and the sneezing slow down, and if you give it enough time, it stops. No harm seems to come to you. That was strange, but you backed up enough so that you can't really see what that was. You're gonna have to move in closer.
Ooh, that sounds pretty scary. It gives like an odor of something. Can I see it well enough to shoot at it?
You definitely knew where it was, so if it's stationary, it's not small. You could probably take a shot at it.
Yeah, draw my bow out. If my companions see me do this, if they say nothing, I'm gonna fire a shot.
If you draw your bow, Grace will just say, "Can you see it?"
Maybe it's in. I know its area. If it's moving, I'll miss. If it hasn't moved yet, my arrow will be true.
Do you want us to fire as well?
There's no harm in it.
All right. Well, I will also take a shot.
Nick, do you have a bow?
That's a good question.
Well,
Yes,
what
I
I'm
do.
seeing isn't Gorza, right? I'm seeing a like a creature that's big. You said correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're about.
It doesn't look
we're about to
humanoid.
we're about to kill Gorza.
Well, look, it doesn't look humanoid. It has a fucking terrifying odor. So yeah, I mean, I fire a shot at the creature.
As because you're shooting into darkness, it's a 50% miss chance. It's odd to hit. So roll any die you like. It's odd to hit.
So
You fire a shot. Eventually you hear like a tink off the wall far away. Clearly you missed it. But then again, you are shooting into darkness, so
yeah, but I don't really want to get closer. So
you
the
can
odor
take
doesn't
a second
follow.
shot just to try.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming Jake is firing too.
Yeah.
But it's my second attack. Assuming this is the second attack in the round.
So go ahead.
So it's a miss. Jake, roll.
Tink.
Do you not have a bow, Nick?
Jesus. Confirms a critical
That's-
fucking hit.
That's your sword.
Did I roll the wrong one?
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, what a shame.
Jake, you gotta do your odd to hit.
That's more like it.
You fire a shot with the bow. Nick, you can do your odd to hit as well. That's not odd to hit, sir.
It is odd.
Odd to hit is roll any die. You know that.
I did roll any die.
Uh-huh.
So did Jake hit something?
Hold on. Okay. Jake, they let go of 3 shots, and all 3 of them go whizzing past anything that might be over there. But you let go of a shot, and you hit something. And the way you know you hit something is because perception checks.
Nice. Finally, it happened. I was waiting for it.
Is everybody
Oh,
happy
no.
with those perception checks?
What if you should luck it to try to get the 15 at least?
Nick, you want to look at?
I have only rolled well on a miss roll, so sure, why not?
Oh,
Okay. So, you guys only know that it hit something because you didn't hear it hit the back wall. Almost like it thunk into something that was much, much, much closer. That's what you that's what you're able to pick up. Okay? But just for funsies, don't worry about it. Just to keep track of things. I want to go ahead and roll for initiative.
I need to
Just
roll
for
damage
fun.
or not?
Oh yeah, you can roll damage. Go ahead.
All right, so because the bow is currently like a large size bow, what does it go up 1 step?
Yes.
it goes up a size category, which is
Yeah,
also different than 1 step.
which I think is from 2d6. Is that what it is?
It's
2d6
2d6
to 3d6 or 2d8.
I would have to look at the size chart. What is it? It would go to, if it does 2d6 as a medium weapon, it would be 3d6.
3d6.
It's a large weapon. And it's also a composite bow. Oh my god, the
19.
crit damage is insane.
19 damage is beautiful. Want to go ahead and
you had
roll
to
me your
bring us-
initiative, everybody?
You have to bring us to a page so we have tokens.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Good shot, Jake.
Don't patronize Jake.
You won't be saying that after we find out it's Gauze.
I wouldn't blame you though. I mean, I shot first. Is there like stalactites or with the
Correct.
you know? Fuck you! I'm rolling for luck. Okay.
Hey, you had your chance. You chose not to, motherfucker.
No, that's not how initiative works. We're all rolling initiative. Okay. I'm going first. So I have a 23 now.
I rolled for Nabu.
Are there stalagmites on the on the ground?
Yes, there are stalactites on the ceiling and stalagmites on the ground.
Can I like be behind one as a cover while shooting?
You can, but you have not heard anything or had any reason to believe that there's any reason to be concerned.
You said we heard something hit something.
Oh, you just heard his arrow didn't hit the back wall. It thunked into something.
Oh,
But there was no reaction, as far as you know.
I thought you said something was coming our way, which is why.
So it's probably an unconscious Gorza, and you just shot her unconscious body.
Probably not, because it's standing above the ground, which we probably wouldn't be able to see.
Totally not being propped up for some demon ritual.
You know, like I can't foresee that occurrence. That's a pretty far stretch for anyone to assume that's happening.
Oh, Nick, I thought you were gonna switch your. I got you.
Um,
All right, so initiative looks like we're gonna go. I'm gonna press put in order.
why do you keep changing my initiative?
Oh damn it, my initiative guy. You guys can't see it. Oh, damn it. Could you guys see it when you're on the other page?
No.
Oh, well you saw what it was because you saw me roll.
Yeah. A 22.
Okay. Go ahead, Cecil.
Well, seeing Jake hit something or Varric hit something.
Hearing it thud as it hit something. Not seeing anything though. It's
I'm
gonna be
gonna-
just over 60 feet away because it's too far for you to see anything.
Gonna fire another shot.
Okay. Blindly into the darkness.
Yeah.
Roll again. D20 flat. Well,
That's
plus your
insane.
modifier. Plus 12.
Are they both 20s?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait, if you hang on, yeah, all right. Please hit.
He auto kills Gorza. So yeah, that's how whatever it was that you just shot just automatically died. You can't see what it is though, so I can't describe it for you yet.
This, I don't know it's dead though. So I take my second shot.
You go right ahead. Oh, odd
No,
to
we didn't-
hit.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, hey,
missed it.
I was gonna say, hey, chat, should we be nice to him until that
Oh.
we rolled really quickly?
Well, hey, Jack can still
So that double 20 and auto confirm.
I mean, maybe the double 20 auto confirm should just probably bypass that.
No,
due
because
to its
the
uniqueness.
first thing you're supposed to go through is, did
No,
you
you have to
even-
roll. Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Oh, is it the first time seeing it in this game?
I can't luck it. Okay, Joey.
Does that still work with like because it's a natural 20 and technically it's a crit? Don't you always hit on a crit?
You always hit on crit.
You always hit on a
If
crit,
you
right?
hit your target. Concealments works different than cover than AC.
Does it?
Yeah, it always hits AC, but that's not how concealment works.
How about we use the hype train?
Chat. You want to use the hype train so him to for him to be able to hit
I do really
instead
hope
of
it's
somebody
not-
gets an advisor, not an advisor, instead of somebody gets a commander. Do you want to convert that hype train, which was an odd number, into him hitting with that? What do you guys think? I need some responses in chat. Go ahead, Sal.
Apparently, I'm not supposed to roll. It says concealment gives the subject well, this is total concealment. He's considered total. You can't attack him.
He has total concealment at 50%
A
chance.
successful attack into the square occupied by an enemy with a total concealment has a 50% mischance.
Yep.
In normal rules, it says if the attacker hits, the defender must make a mischance D percentile to avoid being struck.
Yeah, I
mean, you're
just always have
supposed
the PCs roll. Odd to hit.
Well, it looks like chat's saying yes, and I hope it's not.
That's only the
Gorza.
person that posed it and one other so far. That's not enough. We need at least 2 more people to say yes.
If this is Garza, I'm gonna be very disappointed because it didn't look humanoid.
Roll odd to hit with your second attack roll.
Yeah. Okay, that one hits. I assume
Roll your damage with it.
a very huge 3 damage. I don't have modifiers on my bow. It doesn't add dex.
When you see
Is
the
it just a-
8s that were rolled and you're like,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I mean,
Anybody else in chat want to use that before I move on to my turn?
anyone
Anybody else in chat?
Hey,
Anybody?
chat. Do it, chat.
Chat.
It's a rare moment.
We need,
doesn't
we need
happen
2
often.
people to give us yeses or yays.
No one's
Well, me and Nick are in chat, so does that count?
Yes, but get the scroll bar off Nick's face. OCD intensifies. So that's a third yes, okay. Sleepy voice, do it. Okay. So I
Hey,
can
hold on. We gotta give her a sleepy voice. Do it. Do it. There you go.
to be fair, Gordy does not have a +7 initiative. That is
Do
very true. She does not have a +7 initiative. She has like +2.
But
All right.
she's transformed into a.
You know, then
Crazy
probably
creature.
killing it
Yeah.
was the better option. If she's some
Who
amalgamation.
had
mon-
+7 initiative?
the creature you rolled?
No, it had +3.
True. Gorza only has a +1.
Huh. There we go.
So
Nick doesn't have a line on his face, does he?
he does. There's still a little bar right on his eyeball.
Is there? That's
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
I do. It's
That might
me.
be like-
It's me. It's on my side. I fixed it.
Okay.
It's because of with all the solo sessions. Now I had to fuck with things. That's all.
So I insta killed the creature.
A creature. Yes. Okay. It's now another creature's turn. In initiative.
Oh. Well, at least one's dead.
Yeah. So the first thing that happens now, Nick. Could you how far away from you are Cell and Jake?
That's a good question. How big is this tunnel?
This cavern that you're in is pretty large, which is why you walked across it for a bit, and you're holding out the lantern, and Jake is like a big boy and kind of like hovering back a little bit, but not probably too far back, and Cell is ahead of you, but not too far ahead.
So probably like 10 feet from either or.
Yeah.
So that it's one of those things you can hit them with a pole arm if they were if you had one.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
which I do.
Huh. It's a good thing I'm charming you. Make a will save. Just kidding. Nick, could you go ahead and make more fortitude save? But actually, since it's creatures and objects at a 10-foot area spread, that is actually not them. 10-foot area is not a 10-foot radius, so they're safe.
Yeah, but
Nick, could you
also,
make me a fortitude save?
I imagine he has to be further away so his lantern light doesn't fuck with our dark vision.
No. If you guys can choose which vision you want to use, yeah.
We have like selective eye choice.
Yeah,
Okay.
to a degree, you know what I mean? Like if he's shining the light in your face, you're not gonna. But with you, the light's behind you. You know.
Luck it, Jake. Luck it, Nick. Don't fuck with fortitude saves.
Okay. I gotta get what answer. DC is equal to.
Am I the only one with shitty fortitude saves? And will?
I got you beat on will saves, buddy. Don't worry.
I only got a plus
So
one.
a 15 just
one.
made the check for you, sir. So
Thank
all of a
God.
sudden, the area around you just seems to be filled with some. What is that? The hell is that? Some small particles everywhere in the air around you. But then the particles seem to like, you're coughing them up or whatever, and you start to feel like as they're like hitting your eyes and in your lungs, you start to feel drowsy, but you cough them out really quickly and kind of like cover up your face however you would do, whether it be like a handkerchief or whatever you would use to cover yourself up so you're not breathing them in. You're able to fight off whatever it was trying to do to your body. I mean, you feel a little off, you feel a little woozy, but you're able to stave off whatever it was that they were doing. However, they continue to almost flock to the flame like a bunch of mosquitoes or whatnot, right? Like a bunch of bugs, and it ends up dousing the fire. So all of a sudden, you're all standing in complete darkness, which two of you can see fine, but Nick, it leaves you entirely blind.
Okay.
Luckily, we got some extra lanterns.
I
Beyond
ignite my
that,
Naginata.
I need. Hold on, it's not your turn yet.
That's badass. As
Beyond,
fuck.
I need everybody else to go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Yeah. We need to see this creature so we can kill it. By complete luck. Well, that's a pretty good roll.
I am
We
rolling
made one
twice.
too.
Because I can. $22.
Do we guys want to try to get a 25? Unless Nick rolls it?
Oof. I feel like we've been chewing through these luck dice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but this is a situation where I think it's like, this is a creature that's obviously dangerous.
Nick, don't forget you have a Winnie as well.
Roll perception. Nick.
I'm rolling perception, even though
Oh,
I'm
you're
blind.
blind. You can't
Yeah.
see, can you? That's fair.
You can hear though, so you can roll perception with a minus. What is it? -2.
Great.
It's also trying to. Oh, he's lost in sense of direction completely.
Actually, whatever that was, you got some in your ears as well. So you're sitting there like, ah, damn it. Ugh. Let's get the naginata in there as a clean. No. So you
Set on fire.
yeah. He wanted to make candles out of his wax. So that's what happens. But two of you, do I take the chance? I will. Wasn't worth it.
You match.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. Okay, so two of you hear shuffling happening around you. You swear you hear padding against the ground. Sounds like soft steps fanning out to your left cell, and much quicker moving ones fanning out to your right cell. Jake, you hear some footsteps coming around your right side, and they're getting very close to you. They didn't attack you or anything yet. You can't see what they... No, wait, what the fuck is that? You just saw something move behind that stalagmite off to your right. You're not sure what it was, but something definitely just darted underneath, behind the stalagmite off to your right, Jake. The stalagmite itself is only about 20 feet away. That's a short walk for you. You can easily get to it. That's unfortunately their turn as they stealth and move over there. Stealthing's half speed. Ferrix, it's your turn.
Right. Well, I will drop the bow, draw the what do I wield? The falchion.
Yep.
We'll move the 20 feet and attack if I see something.
Go right ahead.
Do I see something?
Yes, you do.
Okay. What does it look like?
Are you just like running over and attacking, or are you going to stop and analyze?
Well, I mean, that's what's like saying if you, actually, I'm not going to use that reference, but, I mean, it depends.
Actually, I don't know what reference that was. Because you're running.
You need to give me some type of.
I'll give you a
visual.
description. I'm just saying. So your character's not like charging forward. You're moving up and looking before you swing.
Look, I'm probably gonna swing. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but you're not charging. That's all I'm getting. That's all.
Yeah, I'm not charging.
Don't be so defensive. It's okay, Jake. I'm not here to
It's
screw you
alright.
over.
I mean, yes, you are. It's you.
So, anyways, you go moving up, and what you see on
Oh,
the
I
ground,
will blood rage, by the way. That's a free action.
and you're stopping to analyze.
Well, he walks up, analyzes, and then blood rages.
Yeah, free action. I can do that. Whatever point there.
You move up.
Alright, what is it?
You quickly rush over there, dropping your bow on the ground and drawing your falchion as you do. Rushing up over there, and as you make your way around, it's like raising the thing up, blood starting to boil up in your veins. You look down and you see no one's there. There's no one there. The only thing of interest is there's a large mushroom. I mean, by large, it looks like, I don't know, like if a person were to, I don't know, I suppose squat and hug their knees, like, you know, you do in the shower when you're crying to yourself. Like, it's not even, there's nothing there.
Do you swing at the mushroom?
Take out your frustrations on the mushroom.
Do we know mycin exist?
Really? In Kajinxi?
That's. Do I attack a mushroom?
You just blood raged, so maybe.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I guess. We're also power attacking.
He's really. I think it makes sense for someone that's raging to just swing at it, right? Fucking God.
Yeah. If the 19 was the leading one, it would have been a crit.
Give him such a huge attack mod.
Oh, you guys, the chat can't see. It's 24 points of damage. If he had crit, it would have been 50. Anyways, Jake, you cleave the mushroom in half. It's one of those things where you swing at it and like right down the middle of the cap, it's like cut in half, you know, and it just kind of like lies open. I
Rex
mean,
probably yells out, I thought I seen something, but it's nothing. It's a fucking mushroom.
you said in a blood rage. That sounds blood ragey.
Hmm.
They giving a dissertation.
I just imagine you yelling, "Fucking mushrooms!"
Like, yeah, going down. Fucking mushrooms.
We'll go with that.
That's how he has so many kids.
So it's Naren's turn.
All right, Naren.
I will ignite my Naginata.
What kind of action is that?
I don't. What kind of action is it to use a flaming weapon?
Usually a standard action to attack. It might be a command word, which is a standard action to activate it.
Sure.
Well, it's a flaming weapon, so assuming it just has like fire naturally around it glowing.
I mean, it doesn't have to, but yeah, even if you talk about like the most classic one, the flame tongue, did fire damage either way, but it could have fire or not have fire for the sake of light.
Well,
And it was a
it's
command
the
word to activate or deactivate that. Yes.
it is flaming, but it's also the fire
Flame
steel.
forged steel.
Yeah, flame forged.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's glowing no matter what.
Yeah, I could see it always having a dim glow like a candle, but if you're talking about like which candlelight you can actually use to see stuff, you know what I mean? Almost like using your cell phone light to check something out, you know. But actually igniting it, I'd say it's a command word, you know, to do so, which is fine. So you activate it and it does shed light like a torch, if I remember correctly, which is 20 feet of bright light and 20 more feet of dim light. Is how that works. And so that's a scenario where having low light vision would be good because it'd be 40 and 40, which equals better than 60. Anyways, continuing. Yeah. You still can move and have a bonus action if there's anything else you're looking to do, Nick.
Mostly take stock of what's going on around me.
Okay. So just more or less not be snuck up on.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Whoa. Make sure I take out that -2. Yes. Let's not roll a 1. All right.
Okay. So you actually do see off to your left-hand side, like ahead of you and to your left, you actually do see something that's over there because you have a different angle of view than Cell does with where his character is kind of like semi hiding behind a stalagmite. He was talking about beforehand for the sake of shooting. So you actually see that there is a funny straight shape over there with the over the stalagmite to again ahead of you to your left. So taking like a step or two forward and holding the thing up, you can see actually it does look like there's a mushroom over there, but that's all just a giant fucking mushroom, like a mushroom that comes up to maybe your hip, your belly button, like not like it's a giant fucking mushroom. It's wicked thick too, like you know, thick.
To be clear, there haven't been mushrooms up until this point.
No, it was a barren cave, but there's an area over here that had an earthy smell to it, and all of a sudden there's mushrooms.
Are we talking like white boy summer thick? Like big booty Latinas?
Very thick.
What the fuck is happening?
Well,
I probably just murdered Gorza with that insta-kill. Tied up to a post or some shit for some reason.
Well, based on these monsters, probably.
Which seems so weird to do, but I won't question it too much.
So I'm just gonna make fun of Varix and be like, hey, if you want to keep smashing mushrooms, there's another one over there.
Funny.
Thanks.
I imagine he's gonna go around fucking destroying them. So I draw my sword and I prepare an action to attack anything that approaches me.
Okay.
And I say out, don't take it so lightly, Naren. There's strange things on the ground.
Meanwhile, the mushroom in the corner is going like, oh, Jerry.
Is this
They
something?
killed Jerry.
What? I don't get it. Is this a reference to something?
No.
No? Okay. I wasn't sure. I can't be sure all the time.
I'm just thinking we just kind of like bopped into these guys' home and just murdered them.
That's fair. We did kind of do that, but you know, in my defense, they attacked my people first.
You have no proof of that. Once again,
Yes, I do.
This is the chain scenario all over again.
No, fuck you. Okay, they literally, my people have been disappearing.
So, anyways, all of a sudden, there's once again, there's a strange kind of like fogginess that happens in the air that makes everything difficult to see because it's like a dust or something that's kicked up. Similar to what happened to you beforehand, so when you had stepped forward and things got foggy, it's not hard to see, and you're like, fuck it, I'm backing up. You know what I mean? So you see this strange fogginess happening again. That makes it so, Nick, you can see of them, they're completely obscured by this dust. And Sal, looking over in that direction also again seems to be obscured by the dust that's over there, which is a little bit frustrating. So that being said, Nick, roll me a perception check, sir.
I argue that I should be able to acknowledge nature this at this point because I'm sure I have dealt with erroneous mushrooms before.
These ones live underground, not in the forests. Sorry.
That's like saying I wouldn't know a mud wasp is a wasp because it lives in the mud.
But
and not a
you haven't
tree.
experienced sapient mushrooms before.
I don't have to know they're sapient.
You haven't experienced locomotive mushrooms before.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Gumbo.
fuck. I don't know what the fuck these creatures are. Out of game, I know what these creatures are. In game, my character has no idea. It's gonna suck when I realize.
Just say we're really owning our evil characters.
Oof.
Oh, okay, cool. So all of a sudden, Nick, you notice a mushroom moving towards you. However, unlike the one that you saw over behind that stalagmite that you saw beforehand, this is not that small. This one that comes running up to you is how tall is Naren again?
5'11".
So this thing is probably at like a good 5'5", 5'6" in height. Its cap stretches out, like the diameter of its cap is probably about 4 feet. This thing starts moving towards you, and again, it moves unerringly quietly, considering how large this friggin' thing is. But it's solid ground, so it's not going to be an echo or like a creak or anything like that happening. And its foot is padding. It's a mushroom foot, not a boot or something like that in the ground. It's just a big, thick mushroom foot padding across the ground quickly. And as it moves up towards you, you can see that one of its arms are kind of like shorter and small, like a T-Rex arm, and the other one of its arms grows out large, like it is effectively its own mushroom, ending with you don't know if it's a hand balled up like a fist or its own cap over there. Anyways, as it comes rushing up, it tries to swing its mushroom cap arm over at you to attack you.
Did it provoke an attack of opportunity?
You did see it coming. It is charge stacking, but you did not prepare an action. Do you have a reach weapon?
I do.
But I don't think you can see it at that distance. 1 second.
40 feet?
Oh, no, not that. Because of the dust everywhere. Obscures all sights, including dark vision, beyond 5 feet. But even a creature 5 feet away has a 20% mischance. So even if I hit you, 20% mischance.
What?
Yep. Because all dust everywhere. Does a 17 hit you?
Probably.
I didn't luck it because I figured a 17 hit.
Are these things melding with our minds at all? Like meta-wise? Like,
Good question. You don't know.
yeah. Because they might not actually be evil.
17 just hits, yeah.
Your AC's that low?
17 just hits.
My AC 17.
A
Yeah.
3 or 4 hits you. 2 it misses. So, no, sorry. 3 or 4 misses you. It's 20% mischance. 3 or 4 misses you. The rest of it would have hit. So 2 hits. So it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you for.
You're getting punched by a fucking mushroom, dude.
So it comes right where it's like. And it smashes you with a mushroom that must be about the same size as the one that you had seen over by the pillar over there. Okay, that is that. Varix, is your turn. You look over.
Oh, so
You can also see the dust cloud that's over there. You can't see too far
I
into
see.
it though.
can I not see Naran from where I was?
Unfortunately, now you can't. Not since the dust cloud started. You can see over the dust cloud though, because you have dark vision of 60 feet. You're close enough to the cloud and you're tall enough. You can actually see over the dust cloud. It seems like there's a center point where it must have originated from. Wherever that center point is, Naran is just barely inside the field. Naran doesn't know he's just barely in it. He assumes he's well into it, right? But Naran, you can tell where that dust stops and where you remember Naran being, even though you're really dumb right now. He's just inside of it. He's raging.
Yeah, but oh wait, the charisma. Yeah, pretty dumb.
What are you talking about? Right, well, seeing that now there is something happening over there, I mean, I can yell out, I'll just yell out, Naran!
Yo.
Alright, if I
You
just
got
get a
punched
yo.
by a mushroom. Is that your response?
I mean, if he's not under attack, then I don't know.
Well, you definitely heard a loud
Yeah.
smash.
Look around. Oh, I yelled out to check on him, so what else can I do?
And just go, what the fuck?
Okay, that's
you
a
go.
better response than hey.
there.
have-
All right,
Like-
now you've given me a reason to
What?
walk out there.
What kind
I
of
was
response
fishing.
is-
All right, I was fishing.
The guy
You gotta
gets
respond.
shot by a handgun, and he's like, "Sup?"
Yeah, like what the
I just got like
I'm gonna-
Darkwing ducked right in the face by a mushroom. What am I supposed to do?
exclaim that there's a creature attacking you?
When in trouble, you call name of Mycin.
I will literally deserve the
I'll move forward.
the Mycin beat after this episode.
What's up, Jake?
How far do I have to go in before I see this thing? Like, how far is the radius?
Is he too tall?
It's a 20-foot radius. Is a 40-foot diameter area that's filled with this dust. If you walk along the outside, you can get back to where it was, and you were behind Naran before, so it's easy for you to walk back around the outside to get back over to him.
All right.
You didn't
much
see
movement
Naran
is
move, so you could get back over there relatively easily. What's up?
How much movement is that?
Same 20 feet.
Oh, I mean, I'll go that way then.
Okay.
Until I bump into a giant mushroom.
Well, you go over that way, and you're standing behind Naran. You don't see a giant mushroom.
All right. Well, I don't see anything. He said,
Unfortunately,
ow.
you can't see more than 5 feet away. If Naran's in front of you, that's 5 feet. Anything on the other side of Naran, it's impossible for you to see.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Walk past
I'll
our
come up to where Naran is. Really, and if there's nothing I can see, I mean, I'll prepare an action if I see anything to like anything that's not my allies to attack it.
That's a very fair response. Thank you, sir. After you is going to go over to Naran's turn. Naran.
5 foot step back.
Well, then
You
can't see
5
the
foot step
thing.
back into Varix. On the bright
Hey,
side, you might
buddy.
want to attack first. If you take a step back, you have a 50% mischance.
That's fine. I'll attack first, I guess.
Jake, you'll be able to see him swinging, by the way.
I have the Darkwing Duck theme song stuck in my head.
When in trouble, you call DW. Darkwing.
Darkwing Duck.
Better watch out,
Let's-
bad boy.
Yes.
A daring duck of mystery, master of disguise. He creeps from the shadows, Darkwing owns the nights. Somewhere some villain schemes, but the number's up. 3, 2, 1. Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck. Try to watch it with Rory. Please do not approve that here. I think we watched one episode and we were like, yeah, no more. It was a couple years ago.
You could always watch Duckman with her.
Harvey?
I didn't pick what numbers were mischance, so
What was that 2d10?
for the 20% mischance,
Oh, you did like a D100?
I just did 2d10.
Why?
I don't know.
It's just a D10.
Start
pick
over.
numbers.
Choose 2 numbers that are bad and roll a D10.
All right, we'll go with 9 and 2.
Interesting picks. I respect them.
I can get that shit for 4 and 5. 3 and 4, I mean. Hit. Right damage, BB.
Sweet.
Oh, makes you wish you crit, doesn't it?
It does.
Do you really only do D8 plus 6?
It's 10 damage. Thank you for 2 for fire.
You 10 points of damage, and your fire, giving off a little bit of a burst, sends a small signal to Jake that there is something ahead of him. Obviously, you can't see Jake, so it doesn't trigger your attack. Nick, do you have a second attack with your turn or no?
I do.
Roll your chance. Call your numbers. Roll a d10.
We'll go 1 and 9 again.
Why didn't you choose 6 and 9?
Haha. 69.
And roll your damage, sir.
Because realistically, that's a lot of work. And someone's nose is always in a butthole. It's really not a great position.
Some nice damage there. 18.
Anyways, so that is going to be 28 points of damage. So with 28 points of damage against this thing, you absolutely hurt it. Are you going to 5-foot step diagonally backwards to the area that doesn't have Jake's big booty in the way?
I mean,
Can he even? Jake takes up more squares.
I was going to say how it.
2 squares sideways,
Oh.
and Nick has 3 behind him.
Yeah, we're not that close, Jake. So I'll go diagonal.
Yeah,
Not
don't
yet, anyway.
don't step between. It's like, what's up?
Does Varix wear pants is the true question.
It's
Oh
not
God,
answering.
not the hammer. That's
Jake looks down. It's like Chinese food. So anyway,
oh God.
Move on from that one quickly.
I can't tell. There's little black spores everywhere. Oh God.
oh my god. Anyways, all right. And after that, who's Tesla? Tesla's your turn. You saw
do
one
I-
over by that area before everything got dark.
Well, what do you mean?
You saw one over by the pillar, by the stalagmite, up to your side before everything got dark.
Well,
Before everything
I
got
will.
dusty.
I will walk over there.
Cautiously, yep. You move at half speed,
Yeah.
but you can definitely get over to the stalagmite with one hand on it, the other on your blade. You can walk around it, and eventually, yeah, you fucking see a shroom that comes up to like your belly.
I don't attack it. I like stare at it confused. Okay. Because
You can't
I don't
back
know.
out now. Just attack it, buddy.
No, Tesla's just confused.
There's no backtracking from here. You just stop.
No. What do you mean? Why would I swing at a fucking mushroom? I don't know what you're fighting. I know you swung at a fucking mushroom. Okay.
Did you at the one that Nick was attacking?
No, I'm not near that one. No, I'm near. A
Oh,
different
you're
one.
near a different one. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Weasel out of this one, I suppose.
So you walk
I
over
like-
there, you see a mushroom, and you're like,
Like I just stare at it, like prepared, but like also confused if I really want to swing my sword into a mushroom.
"Yep." Cool, my turn.
It's my turn.
So, Nick, the one that's standing in front of you that you just smashed and really fucked up but didn't kill, it's going to attack you again.
Do I get a attack?
Oh yes, it steps up. It has no idea you're there, Jake. So all of a sudden it's like,
This is such an absurd encounter. What the fuck did Ano do?
I'm good.
choose your numbers that are missed numbers.
1 and 10.
Roll one. Roll one. You do it. Do it. I dare you. Do it. Roll one. Come on. Don't be a bitch.
There we go.
So you killed the creature.
Well, Nick already primed it up with 28 points of damage. He falls up at 30. So yeah,
That's a normal Jake.
you
roll
see the
for
thing
second
walk up
damage.
and it's going to attack Nick. So you just swing the thing across and you chop off its mushroom cap. Gets cut off of both the head and because of the angle, also the arm at the same time. So he goes walking, flops to the ground.
What the fuck is this encounter?
And Cell, right by you. All of a sudden, that one pops
You hear
up.
Varric yell out, mushrooms!
That misses.
Sorry. So Cell, one pops up, and it literally like tilts its head forward, like its mushroom cap forward, and it launches itself up at you to harm you. Ah,
Yeah, still misses.
yeah, I know. I think you have an 18. All right.
I know. I have a 20 AC.
Oh, well, it's your turn.
Yeah. I mean, these things are
No,
attacking. me,
Varric,
so-
it's your turn.
Oh, it's Varric's turn. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, well, I don't see any more mushrooms, do I?
Nope. Alright.
Stop blood raging.
Naran, what do you do?
I'm going to try to circle out of this cloud and, yeah, just try to spot where my allies are.
Okay, you obviously can see Varix is huge. And you start able to, do you choose to go right, which is where Varix had been before, or left as you were circling around the cloud?
Left.
Okay, so you're making your way over there, and you unfortunately don't see anything, because obviously the center point of the cloud is over that way. So you're walking around it. Do you double move, or are you going to move it like a single move and maintain your action?
I'll do a single move and then prepare an action.
Okay, defensive or offensive?
Defensive.
Okay.
Offensive, actually. Yeah.
Okay. And Tesla, it's your turn.
How big is this mushroom?
Comes up to about your belly.
Could I like grab it?
Try.
That's gonna provoke an attack of opportunity. That's how I want to try to grab it because I'm fucking confused. My character is like, wait, these mushrooms are like sentient. They're creatures that have some intelligence.
It just attacked you.
But Tesla
I'm
isn't-
not gonna attack it.
No, but Tesla isn't worried about getting hit. Well, maybe I should have been. But I wonder. No, I couldn't dodge it. I guess that'd be kind of counterproductive. Yeah, I take the hit. Oh no!
So
15
your
points of damage.
attempt to grapple it fails, and you take 13 points of damage.
Oh, does it fail if I get hit?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Then I
If
would've
it's
grabbed
not a fail, then you take the damage as a I'm pretty sure it's an auto fail. If not, then you take the damage as a penalty to your CMB roll.
it. Wow. Okay. So note to self: grappling and fucking Pathfinder sucks
Oh, it's good.
unless you build for it.
Unless you build, you just see 1 feat.
Yeah. Okay.
Improved grapple.
Well, I'm bewildered by this mushroom dodging my actions and it's hitting me.
Okay. That was your turn, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the mushroom's turn again. It's going to continue attacking.
Yeah. I'm gonna parry it. And
Okay.
I'm gonna parry or oppose it.
Boys.
So lucking it before you.
God
do
damn
your
it.
thing.
Oh,
So
I'm
I
doing
beat.
it.
Yeah, it takes. Actually, I have to make an attack against it first to see if I hit it. 24 hits, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes.
11.
It takes 11. Does it take if it does? It takes 18. If it takes precision. If it doesn't, just 11.
It does take precision, I think.
Okay. Well, then it takes 18.
18 points of damage. Okay. All of a sudden, you stab this thing, and it kind of stumbles backwards and collapses.
They're moving mushrooms? That's what calls out.
After this one collapses, slowly the dust cloud all around you starts to settle to the ground.
That was
Naren will just say, I have no idea, but they're aggressive.
that was absurd. First, salamanders. Second, ants. And now mushrooms. What the fuck else comes from the underground?
Worms.
I don't want to think of giant
If there's
worms.
any more.
Is the dust cloud in front of us is settling right where
It's settling, so you guys are able to see Varix. Varix is able to start seeing you guys. Varix is fatigued now.
Can I walk forward past the point that I was able to before?
Yeah. You can kind of like, after you're brushing it off and spend like a minute or so kind of like gathering yourself, you're able to start walking forward over to that area.
Is Gore's a headshot?
When you go walking over there, first of all, you're able to see what it was that your shot had hit earlier, and you know it's your shot because you know your arrow. There is a big mushroom over there.
Oh.
I mean, like it's the size of Varix big. Like the size of Varix right now big.
Oh.
Like a large-sized mushroom was over there, like one that would be able to crush you with a smash, and you happen to shoot it perfectly into its nerve center, and auto killed a giant mushroom.
So the difficulty of the encounter was that, and I just auto killed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Did my enlarged arrow hit anything?
Yes, it did. There's actually was another one of the smaller creatures. That's the first arrow that hit something. One of the smaller creatures was impaled by a large one and thrown several feet past back off of the area where they all were, which I'll explain in a second. And it's pinned to the ground, very dead over there. The reason why they were probably aggressive was, you killed the little guy and then the big guy.
This is honestly a fair accident. I'm not gonna lie.
So,
this is a fucking strange situation.
What you guys do see when you go over there is you probably get a little bit nervous because there's a whole bunch more mushrooms over there growing on a weird mound that's over there. When you go over and you look and you just kind of check the mushrooms, I don't know if you just want to bash them just to be sure, but they're just mushrooms that are much smaller in size growing on the mound that's over there. But the mound itself is strange. It's like this like thick tarry blackish stuff that almost seems like it gooped onto the ground, or maybe was collected and like thrown together to make a pile. Whatever it is, a large pile of some thick goopy tarish blackish stuff that all of the mushrooms seem to have clambered off of. This mound is has enough tensile strength, like enough strength to it and size to it that Tesla could climb up on top of it and standing on, just normally on his heels on top of it, be eye to eye with Varix. That's how high up the mound goes. And so the mushrooms are kind of growing all through this, and the mycin were kind of like all on this thing as well when you started firing at the large thing you saw in front of you, which is a mound with mushrooms on it.
Yeah, well, this is still bizarre. Tesla just staring in like confusion. What in the world is this?
Perception check. All three.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to be looking for like Gorza, to be clear. It tickled the 20.
Is everybody happy with their perceptions?
Yeah.
Jake, you happy with yours?
Yep.
Cool. Could each of you gentlemen choose a number between 1 and 3?
3.
2.
Jake, I guess you're 1.
That leaves me with 1.
Hey, Steve. Do you want to roll a D3 for me real quick, sir?
I don't think there's D3s in chat.
I think there is. because of Rena.
Oh, it's me. Wonderful.
Cool. So,
I deserve
anyways, as you guys are standing there having a conversation about this, you're like, I'm gonna look for Gorza. You start walking to go find where Gorza is. Varix. You start feeling a strange rumbling. A strange rumbling sound. You start noticing. You say something, Varix? You're by the way, your rage only went on for what? 4 rounds?
2 rounds.
Yeah, right?
Two.
What?
Yes, only 2. Only
Yeah.
blood raging for 2 rounds.
So you're probably your
So-
fatigue is probably past.
yeah.
So you have to role play out of
minute,
breath or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start feeling a rumbling feeling. Do you say anything or?
Yeah, he probably just stops, like, and he says, I can hear a rumble. Something. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I stop moving and focus. See if I can hear it. Feel it.
Probably put my hand on the ground, see if I can feel any
You don't
movement.
you don't hear it at all. Cell. You put your hand on the ground, you do feel the movement. Naren, all of a sudden you hear it too.
I hear it.
I-
Is
I
it,
get defensive.
is it coming closer?
It must be Varix. It must be coming closer because all of a sudden he can hear it. Cell, with your 9 perception, by the way, better than 20 totally would have helped. With your 9 perception, this is what you notice. The ground before you seems to open up as something climbs up out of the ground itself, a massive shape, a ginormous, massive shape, gray in color to your dark vision, of course, starts to appear. And as it comes up, climbing high into the sky over you, you're only able to look up and see as this giant mouth begins to open. Inside that mouth is filled with hundreds of serrated teeth. And this fucking wave is dropping down on you right as we end the session for the evening. So why don't we say our goodbyes and for some of us for the last time. And next week we'll get to the actual session. I'll remember to drink coffee.
I'll be fine. I can dodge it.
Sure.
No, I actually have an immediate action dodge.
And what does that do?
It lets me move 5 feet
Mhm.
and adds +5 to my AC.
That's cute.
It does, okay? But, if you send a fucking actual giant worm after us, we literally can't kill that. So,
Well,
Anybody want to say anything before they go?
yeah, on Wednesday night, I play on Tantus's channel for Pirates at like 8 p.m., I think. I don't know how to spell his Twitch
Is this
channel. It's
Pirates of
long.
the Dracovan?
No, it's,
Come on, there's an opportunity there.
I don't get it.
Hit Dracovan Empire?
Oh, yeah, he's like twitch.tv/the Dracovian Empire.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole
Pirates of
thing.
the Caribbean, Pirates of the
But
Dracovian.
we're playing
No,
Skulls
like
and Shackles.
that would have been a good. Come on,
I got it.
come on, Tantus. Come on. Anyways, go ahead.
But yeah, if we play Pirates Wednesday at like 8 p.m., I think.
At 8 p.m. Cool.
Yeah.
Jake, you ever going to announce your podcast? I mean, special project you got going on? Or is that still put in the back burner because you're in lockdown?
I didn't want to say anything, Scott, but yeah, me and Scott are hosting our own podcast on my channel that I'm starting up. Scott is co-host, so he'll definitely be there for all the podcasts.
Oh, no, that was Nick that said yes. I think you forgot. Yeah, I was sick when we were on that call. It was a little delirious. Nick was the one that actually said yes.
I see.
Yeah. Another Arothian spoiler cast? What?
Rip.
All right, Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, good. Anything?
Oh,
No?
good.
No, I didn't get invited to anything. It must be my charming personality.
I could totally see you doing I can totally see you doing a podcast and it being funny. Actually, you did do a podcast once, long before I
Did.
ever started streaming.
Yes.
Like forever before I started streaming, you did a podcast. Was it a D&D podcast?
It was a general life podcast, and we recorded like 20 episodes, and then my brother was supposed to edit it. Never did. So,
Okay.
Unlucky.
yes. Time well spent.
Come back next time where I have to make a new character, or maybe we do it on stream.
Maybe not. You never know.
Yeah, maybe the +5 to AC, it might miss me. It rolled in that one.
All I'm saying is I'm glad Steve didn't roll a 1.
I mean, I think you would have the least chance of getting swallowed whole.
Depends how big this thing is. If it's bigger than large, then
Has to be 2 size categories larger, so it would have to be at least gargantuan in size to swallow a large-sized creature, with few exceptions.
I would just like to go into a key combat scenario with not 2/3 of my class missing.
I mean, normally
Where
you've
is
had
it?
your bird.
Yeah, when have you ever not had your commentary in this entire campaign? When you were sleeping?
Couldn't. Kelp
Not sleeps in
monster.
your bed. When?
Kelp monster.
So 2 times. To be fair, we only had 4 combats.
All right. Let's find out who we're rating.
Oh god. Well, let's hope I can dodge.
Ooh. This is who we can raid. I found somebody. I don't know if you know who they are. So when you swing by, okay, is that a BOT right there?
I think so.
Yeah, you think so? You think it's an issue?
Yeah.
I did 24 hours just in case. Because not entirely sure what that was. All right. Bye, everybody. They can whisper me if they're not supposed to be. You can still whisper me if you're banned. Bye, 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 bye.